Have you ever wondered what makes some fortunes last while others fade away like footprints in the sand? We see stories of wealth arriving like a flash flood, powerful and overwhelming, then receding just as quickly, leaving broken ground behind. It makes you think, doesn't it? What is the secret to money that endures? The kind of prosperity that builds a legacy, not a fleeting comfort. Is it about having more? Or how we see what we already have? The world tells us to chase, to acquire, to climb higher and higher. But perhaps the answer isn't a frantic pursuit, but a quiet, simple shift in perspective. This change in view can alter everything. A gentle turn of the head, a small adjustment of the heart reorients the whole journey. Imagine two people given the same tools. One builds a monument to himself, working day and night, driven by fear of not having enough. The other pauses, looks at the tools with gratitude, and builds shelter for others, something sturdy and useful for the long road. Both work, but their purposes are worlds apart. Their outcomes will be just as different. It's not just financial gain. It's the kind of life we build with what we're given. Do we choose a life of constant anxiety, guarding and grasping for more, or a life of peace where work yields profit, purpose, and contentment? Let's pause for a moment and listen to a promise, a piece of wisdom that has echoed through centuries. It comes from a book filled with timeless truths. In Deuteronomy 8, verse 18, "But you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He who is giving you power to make wealth, that He may confirm His covenant which He swore to your fathers, as it is this day." Let those words settle in. This isn't a command to chase money. It's a gentle reminder of where the power to create it comes from. It's a call to remember the giver before we become too focused on the gift. This verse connects the ability to create wealth to God's promise. This is a profound idea. It means that the power you have, your talents, your ideas, your energy to work, is not an accident. It is a gift given for a purpose bigger than filling your pockets. The purpose is to confirm His promise. When we use this God-given power correctly, our success becomes a living testament to His faithfulness. Our work becomes a story about Him, not just us. Wealth is a tool for a divine purpose. The Bible names this stewardship. Being a steward means you are a caretaker, a manager. Imagine a landholder entrusting a beautiful garden to a manager. The manager doesn't own it, but is given the honor and responsibility of tending it, caring for it, making it flourish. He is expected to be wise, diligent, faithful. Stewardship means recognizing that our time, abilities, money, businesses are gardens entrusted to us by God. Our job is to care for them well. Seen through stewardship, greed loses power. Greed whispers it's all about you, and that you must get more at any cost. Greed can lead to dishonest choices and broken relationships. It makes us forget the giver and the people He calls us to serve. But a steward thinks differently. A steward asks, how can I care for this well? How can I use this to honor the one who gave it to me? How can this bless others? This shift from ownership to stewardship changes how we do business and live. From this principle of stewardship flows a simple yet powerful business lesson that anyone can understand. If you take good care of what you have, it will grow. Think of a wise farmer. A foolish farmer might receive a bag of seed and, driven by immediate hunger, cook and eat it all. For a day, he is full, but then he has nothing left. His potential for a future harvest is gone. He chose a moment of satisfaction over a season of abundance. His focus on the immediate gain left him with an empty field and an even emptier future. The wise farmer, the good steward, operates differently. He understands the seed is not just food for today, it is a promise for tomorrow. He saves a portion of the seed, carefully setting it aside. Then, he prepares the soil with great effort. He plants the seed with patience. He waters it with diligence. He protects the tender sprouts from weeds. He protects the tender sprouts from pests. Section 4. Maria's Flourishing Bakery. Let me tell you about a modern example of this principle in action. There is a woman named Maria who runs a small bakery in a quiet neighborhood. She started with very little. Just a beloved family recipe for bread, a small loan, and a deep sense of purpose. From the very first day she unlocked her door, Maria made a few simple promises. She promised she would always use good, wholesome ingredients. She promised she would treat every employee as a valued partner. And she promised that her bakery would be a place of warmth and welcome for the community. In the early months, business was slow and profits were slim. It was tempting to cut corners. She could have bought cheaper flour or reduced the hours for her one part-time helper. It would have put more money in her pocket right away. But Maria remembered her promises. She saw her bakery not just as a machine for making money, but as a responsibility entrusted to her. So when she did make a small profit, she didn't rush out to buy a new car. Instead, she invested it back into the business, buying a better oven that would bake her bread more evenly. She gave her helper a small raise to thank her for her hard work. Her choices were acts of stewardship, not of selfish gain. She gave a loaf of unsold bread to a family new to the neighborhood. She took the time to listen to her customers' suggestions. Slowly but surely, word began to spread. People didn't just come for the delicious bread, they came for the feeling of being cared for. They could taste the integrity in her products and feel the warmth in her service. They trusted Maria. Her small bakery began to flourish, not with a sudden explosion of success, but with the steady, strong growth of a well-tended plant. Today, Maria's bakery is a beloved fixture in her community. It is stable and successful. She can provide for her family, offer good jobs to several employees, and generously support local causes. Maria's story is a beautiful illustration of stewardship. Her success wasn't built on a ruthless pursuit of profit. It was built on the foundation of faithful care. Care for her craft, care for her people, and care for her customers. Her lasting wealth is the simple, beautiful fruit of her decision to put purpose before profit. Her business is more than a business. It's a blessing. Section 5. The first small step of stewardship. So where do we begin? Knowing this truth but living it is another. The journey of stewardship doesn't start with a grand, complicated plan. It starts with a single, simple action step. I want to invite you to choose one small change you can make today. Don't try to overhaul your entire life or business overnight. That can feel overwhelming. Instead, just plant one small seed of stewardship. It could be as simple as putting aside a small amount of money from your paycheck into a savings account, a deliberate act of planning for the future. Perhaps your step is to make one fair and generous decision at your workplace. It might mean giving credit to a coworker for their good idea instead of taking it for yourself. It could be taking an extra 5 minutes to listen patiently to a customer's concern. Or maybe your step is an act of giving. It could be buying a cup of coffee for someone who looks like they're having a hard day, or leaving a generous tip for a service worker. The size of the act doesn't matter. What matters is the intention behind it, the choice to act as a caretaker of what you have, rather than just a consumer. To make this practical, consider turning this one-time act into a weekly habit. Each week, when you review your finances or plan your work, intentionally set aside a small portion.